Good morning, everyone. If I can get your attention, please. Attention, please. So, wow, was that you? Thank you. That was very impressive. Hey, listen, we are streaming live, so everybody on your best behavior, please. All right, there are thousands, maybe tens of thousands of members who are joining us for this really, really exciting day. So in 1998, when I worked in our warehouse in the Payson Middle School, I must confess, I don't know that I ever saw this day. I don't know that I ever saw Young Living becoming the force for good that it is in the world. Having over 5 million, almost 6 million members worldwide and continuing to grow. And this will probably be our last major event that we hold in this building before we move to our new building across the I-15, yes. Which I think is really a proper monument to Gary, his vision, and his legacy. So, very thrilled to be with you as we celebrate our 25th year. This is the month when we turn 25, and I don't want to gild the lily any further because I'm standing between you and our very own Mary Young. Please welcome to the floor our CEO, Mary Young.
I think this is the most that we have had for a celebration in this building. This is amazing to see all of you here. I have to think back 25 years ago in that dilapidated little old building in Riverton in April of 1994. And I stand in awe looking at all of your faces and thinking what has transpired over 25 years. When I think about Gary and that terrible accident that he had when he was 24 years old, and he was told he would never walk again, and he lost everything that he had, and he lost the ability to do all of the things that he loved. And that was riding his horse, hiking in the mountains, being with the animals, and just being the mountain man that he was. But he had a fighting spirit within him, and he was determined that he was going to walk again. And that determination led him down a path, a very unknown path, a very unexpected path that led to the discovery of essential oils. He was laughed at, he was ridiculed, he was made fun of, he was told he was crazy, but he had a knowing within his soul that this was something that the world needed. And he gave everything he had to tell the world about his discovery. And that's when people laughed and ridiculed. But he had a knowing. He had a vision. He saw only what was in front of him. He saw the future. He was so visionary, beyond anything that I personally have experienced myself. You know, I was, what should I say, kind of like the tag-along. I was always there. I was always with him. I watched it unfold. There are only 2 people today in Young Living who experienced the old building in Riverton. And that's Rex Kidman, who still works in our lab, and Aline Franson, who is our head editor, who signs off on everything that goes to the world. You know, that's really amazing. Just the 3 of us can reminisce on that old building and that absolute unbelief or not knowing that we would experience all of the many things that we've experienced, all the adventures that we would have in watching Young Living grow. It's fascinating that Gary, growing up as a farmer, had an absolute understanding of what it takes, what it took to grow a plant, to put a seed in the ground and grow a plant, and then cultivate it, harvest it, distill it. He didn't have that knowing. He didn't have that knowledge. But he knew that that was something that he had to do, that he wanted to do, that he was excited to do. And I've been reading so many of the transcripts that we're making of the old cassettes, the old videos. And over and over again, he expresses his innate knowing of how important it is that we grow our plants, that we distill them, that we produce our own oils. If he hadn't had the background growing up that he did, he might never have had the interest or been able to have done what he did. We have 10 corporate farms throughout the world because of that knowing and that experience growing up in the mountains on a ranch farming. How amazing it is, all of the things that we experience early in life lead us to a path, an unknown path that takes us somewhere that we could have never thought possible. And I know that that was something he never thought would be possible because it was not in his awareness. It was not in his knowing. And it was only because he wanted to walk again and he was determined to walk again that he started looking for something that might help. Fate, I don't know if you can call it that. An unknown, an unseen spirit directing him. I can't say that I know that, but I believe that. He was a driven man. And he always said, as I started to tell you in these transcripts, he couldn't do things fast enough. He was always in a hurry. He said, I was so excited about life. I couldn't wait to get up in the morning to see all the things that I was going to do. And I didn't want the day to end because I wasn't finished with what I started. He never, ever stopped that drive. It was with him to the very last day. And it's a sad moment for me that he's not here with us. And many of us who were close to him feel that sadness. But we also know that he's probably looking down and laughing at all of us because we're all feeling sad. When he's excited, he's busy. I'm sure he's so engaged. Joseph, come here. You all know Joseph, our 15-year-old son. And he said to me this morning, Mom, I wish I could stay in the office with you. And I said, why? And he said, because I want to see what goes on in Young Living. I want to learn more about Young Living. I want to see what Dad did. I want to know what Dad knew. Well, that's a huge desire because he hasn't grown up a farmer. He hasn't grown up without strife and struggle, without having enough food. He doesn't know what it's like to go without. So it's hard to put ourselves in those shoes. But we don't have to be in those shoes today. We have something so magnificent that Gary has left us that we can go forward and make it even greater, make it even bigger. We are a powerful force for good in the world. Gary didn't need this business because he was happy in the mountains. He was happy logging. He was happy as a hunter, as a guide. He loved all the rough and tough and dangerous and living on the edge. He loved it. But because of what he discovered, He knew he had something. He knew he had a responsibility. He knew the world needed what he had discovered. And he went forward, and he created what we have today. Because one man, through a terrible accident, who wanted to walk again, discovered something that the world said was crazy, and went forward with his vision. And now millions of people are thanking him for what he did, for what those oils, for what he has given us, has done for them, has done for us. You love the oils just like we do. You all have your own stories. And that's the joy of it. Because we are about, and have always been about, taking something good to God's children. Because as Gary said, I told God if he would give me back my legs, I would spend the rest of my life serving his children. And that's what he's done. And now we have our two boys. Jacob is so sad he couldn't be here, but he's very faithful to his commitment of work. And we have to be very proud of him for that reason. But he said, Mom, tell me how I can get on so I can watch the streaming. And I said, I don't know, but I know there are lots of people who can help you. I said, you know who they are. Just give them a call. Call Joe, call John, call somebody else, but don't ask your mom. But these two boys miss their father immensely. But they also understand that Dad had a great mission. And they're here with me to be a part of what we're all going to do together as we go forward and take this mission to every home on the planet, to all those who are waiting. There are millions of people who want something better, but they don't know what it is. They don't know where it is. We are the foundation on which our members go out to the world. You are extremely important in whatever you do. We are so big now, no one person, no 10 people, no 100 people can do it. We are thousands working together, and thousands are those included worldwide. And they are excited to be a part of our Young Living family. This was Gary's dream. This was his vision, and I know that he saw it. I know that he saw you all standing here. I know that he saw this big, beautiful building that we're going to move into next month. It's an awesome thought. It's awesome to think that a little boy from the mountains with very little education could go forward in the world and create what you and I are a part of. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate all of you, the great love that I have for your dedication, for all of you worldwide who are watching this. You are all extremely important. We are important. We are essential to each other. And we have to know that. And we have to know that how we help and love each other is the power through which this mission moves throughout the world. Joseph, I want you to tell them how you feel. I know that you're a little bit shy, but you have very strong feelings.
Well, I'll be short. All I have to say is that I'm really happy and grateful that you all are here. And I just want to give a big thanks to all the hardworking people in Young Living. That's all I want to say.
When we have family prayer, they always remember all of you and our members, everyone throughout the world who is a part of Young Living. Because that's who we are. We are Young Living. We don't know anything else. We can't do anything else. It's in our blood. It's in every cell of our body. And Jacob and Joseph carry their dad's DNA. So when you're with them, you can feel that strong spirit that he carried. When he walked in that door, it was like an energy exploding. It was so fun to be around him if you could move fast enough. It was frustrating if you couldn't. And we all understand that, those of us who worked with him. But it's a great new day. It's a great new world. And it's a great new adventure and opportunity that we all share together wherever we are in the world. Thank you all so much for being here, for sharing this moment that will only come once in our lifetime. The next one will be 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, who knows? But life goes on, and we move with it, and we move in a happy, positive way, touching all those we meet on a daily basis. Thank you all so much.
Beautiful speeches, guys. Join me in singing Happy Birthday to Young Living. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Young Living. Happy birthday to you. It's a real pity that our beloved founder, Gary, couldn't be here to see this momentous occasion, our 25th year, moving into the new building. He is watching. I meant physically. But what he did leave with us is his legacy. The pioneering spirit that sets us apart from everybody else in this industry. Why does Young Living exist? Why did Gary create this company? We exist to heal people. We exist to impact the lives of human beings. We were not started to make money, to make profit. We were started to heal and to impact. And that's an amazing legacy we all have deep in our hearts. So here's to the pioneer, Young Living. 25 never looked so good. Cheers.